Welcome to the Futbol Daily Transfer Roundup. We're going to cover all the biggest transfer rumours and gossip right now on the 4th of January 2025. Things are starting to heat up. It's been a slow burn so far during the transfer window in these first few days, but a lot of these rumours are looking like becoming reality as the days turn into weeks and as we get closer to the window closing. But let's dive in, guys. Here are the biggest stories on the 4th of January 2025. So we're going to again touch on Marcus Rashford. Now, we spoke about Marcus Rashford yesterday because apparently 3 Saudi Arabian clubs had made approaches for the Manchester United forward. All 3 of these contract offers were apparently rejected though, and Rashford actually apparently wants to stay in Europe, not going to either PSG or Borussia Dortmund like the rumours yesterday were had you believe, but apparently to FC Barcelona. Now, Barcelona are in a bit of a financial mess right now, to say the least, to play it down massively. In fact, they have to realistically get rid of Dani Olmo during this window because they can't play him and he wants to get out of the club. So how Rashford would actually fit into that, even if they did get rid of Dani Olmo, even if Dani Olmo was part of some sort of deal, which would be an incredible deal for Man United, but a terrible deal for Barcelona because presumably they wouldn't be able to register Rashford even if he did go there. So I'm not so sure I buy that one, to be honest, but I do think Rashford is going to leave Old Trafford at this window, but where he's going to go and how exactly is still up in the air, quite frankly. But apparently another destination, and this is more likely one in my opinion, could be going to Italy. Marcus Rashford apparently is interested in going to Napoli, and there could be a swap deal between Man United and Napoli with Rashford and Victor Osimhen. Now, Victor Osimhen has been heavily rumoured to be going to Arsenal, Chelsea, clubs like that, but surprisingly, he went on loan this season to Galatasaray over in Turkey, which was a real shock and a real coup for the Turkish side. The Turkish champions are almost champions-elect, almost, even at this early stage, unbeaten at the midway point of the season and looking unstoppable, thanks in part to Osimhen's goals. So if he does go to Old Trafford, I think that would be an incredible move for him, but at the end of the day, I don't think Man United's biggest problems are their attack. I don't think it's the attack's the biggest issue. I think it's the midfield and defence that needs a lot more cover. Getting another striker in isn't really helping the problem personally, but that's just my opinion, of course. Someone who could come back to Old Trafford, though, is none other than Alvaro Carreras, who went to Benfica in May. Now, Man United apparently have a buyback clause of £25 million, and they could well activate it to get him back at the club. I mean, the wing back would really come in handy. They've been struggling in defence, like I said, so that'd be a smart option if they do it, but it's all about if they can afford it, and apparently they need to sell players to actually allow any more players to come in. In good news for Man United, though, Amad Diallo is set to sign a contract extension with the club, which is fantastic news. He's been one of the standout players of this season for the Red Devils, and I think he's got a very bright future at the club. Celtic FC up in Scotland are apparently in pre-contract talks with Arsenal's Tierney. Now, Tierney has not played at all this season. He's been perpetually injured, but the Scottish fullback could head back north of the border on a free transfer in the summer, which I think is a good move for all parties. If Celtic can get him fit, I think he'd be an absolutely incredible player in the Scottish Premier League, and not too bad in the Champions League either, but it's all about keeping him fit, which unfortunately he hasn't done for the last few seasons. It's been really sad, to be honest. Liverpool, they have had apparently no contact with AC Milan over a move for the Uruguay striker Darwin Nunez, despite reports in Italy claiming a 6-month loan for the forward with an obligation to buy back for the Italian club could take place. I mean, that really took me by surprise. I didn't really buy it, to be honest with you, but that one looks dead in the water if it was even ever alive. Miguel Almiron, the Paraguayan forward for Newcastle United, he looks like he's going to head stateside. Charlotte FC apparently have made a bid of £16 million for the 30-year-old, and I think that would be a great move for both parties. I do like Almiron. I think he's a really good player, but he's just fallen out of favour at St James's Park, which is a bit sad, so it'd be good to see him get another chance over on the other side of the Atlantic. Juventus are trying to sign the Dutch left-back for Manchester United, Tyrell Malacia, until the end of the season on a loan deal, but I don't really see that happening personally. I'd be shocked if that does. Man United need all the cover they can get, but then again, maybe to help finances and do some other transfers, it could happen. Tottenham Hotspur, they're having a bit of problem between the sticks at the moment, not just the amount of goals they are shipping, but also the goalkeeper in them. Fraser Forster is not exactly highly thought of at the moment, and their main choice goalkeeper has been injured for quite some time. So apparently they are looking at getting Sam Johnstone from Wolverhampton Wanderers, which I think would be a very solid signing. I do rate him quite highly, to be fair, Johnstone, so I think that would be a good one for them. But let's see if that happens, whether it's on loan or on a permanent deal in this January transfer window. Jayden Philogene, a player that was very much in the crosshairs of Ipswich Town during the summer. He did end up going to Aston Villa, but apparently he might well go on loan to Portman Road this season. Everton, though, are interested in the player as well, so that could be a really big race to see who can sign Philogene again for the second time in 2 transfer windows, but this time as a loan move rather than a permanent one. And the final rumour here, I'll just speak about English centre-back Fikayo Tomori. He wants to stay at AC Milan this window, despite interest from Juventus, which I think is fair enough. You know, honestly, for me, Tomori should be in the England setup more. I really rate him highly. I think he's a fantastic out-and-out defender, and he very much suits the Italian style of play. But yeah, there we go, guys. Some of the biggest rumours going on at the moment in the world of football on this 4th day of January. Which rumour interests you the most? Who's your club looking like signing? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, as always, guys. And we'll see you very soon. We'll be back tomorrow with some more rumours and gossip on the 5th of January. Have a good one, guys. Enjoy your weekend. See you very soon. Like, share, comment, subscribe. You know how it works here, and we'll see you very soon. Have a good one.